Kia ora everyone, I'm Donnalouise from New Zealand and welcome to my YouTube channel for the love of puzzles. I have already completed this jigsaw puzzle, as you can see, because I filmed an intro. I did the puzzle and I realized the intro really did not apply to the jigsaw puzzle, and I'll explain further in a bit. This is from Areaware, or is it Areaware? For some reason I want to pronounce it Areaware. Perhaps it makes it sound more sophisticated. It's from their pattern puzzle series designed by Dusen, and this particular one is called Arc. 500 pieces, and as you can see, the pieces are slightly larger because it ends up being about the size almost of a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. That kind of like maybe a bit smaller. The pieces have a little bit of shine to them, but not bad. I really enjoyed the pieces because of this image. Now, if you look online, you're going to see that they also have some gradient jigsaw puzzles, 500 piece, 1,000 piece. I had heard reviews and opinions on those, and I knew that they were next level difficult because the pieces have very similar prong shapes. You have all those piece cuts that we know, but the prongs are so similar, and I heard that in the gradient jigsaw puzzles, false fits everywhere, just very time consuming, very difficult to build. So, and also the gradient, is very little. It's not like a rainbow gradient, it's like 2 or 3 colors, 2 or 3 shades. So when I bought this one, I thought, oh, this is gonna be really difficult. And I figured it would take me endless hours to complete. The difference with this one, yes, the prong shapes are very similar. I feel there's like a slightly smaller prong and a slightly bigger prong, that's it. Good variety of piece cuts, but for this one in particular, there's a pattern and there's multiple colors. It still looks quite tricky. So I filmed that intro and I thought, oh, this is gonna be a big challenge. I'm gonna give myself X number of hours, and if it's not done by that time, I'll call it quits. In the end, I think I underestimated myself and overestimated the difficulty of this jigsaw puzzle, and it took me nowhere near as long as I first thought. So, do you think it took me 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2 hours 50 minutes, 3 hours 20 minutes, or 3 hours and 50 minutes? Leave your comments below. We'll watch the time lapse. I'll explain to you my thought process, how I approached the jigsaw puzzle. And to tell you the truth, I would recommend this puzzle. I would not touch the gradient ones. No. I would not go near those. But I really enjoyed this one. It's a challenge, but I felt for me, it was an achievable challenge. I do think some people, it would drive them crazy. I really had to I knew I would mispronounce this. Methodically. I had to methodically go through a thought process and a pattern and how to approach assembling this jigsaw puzzle. I hope I said that word correctly. But I really enjoyed it. So I did find it on my Amazon storefronts and I added it to the links down below. Full disclosure, if you buy it through there, the price is the same for you, but I do get a commission. And I really only put jigsaw puzzles in there that I truly enjoyed, and I really enjoyed this one. It was a challenge, but it was fun. I think I sometimes underestimate my capabilities as a puzzler. I don't know why. We're always our toughest critic, but then afterwards, like right now, filming this intro after the fact, like I'm happy, I'm proud, I really enjoyed it, I feel accomplished, I feel like, wow, I did it. So leave your guesses for my time below. Let's watch the time lapse and I'll explain to you my thought process. So I took my time to sort the pieces. I pulled out the border pieces and I focused on yellow. Every other piece I just ignored for now. Now you're going to see how many piles I make with this yellow. I had like 7 main piles and a ton of like small little piles. If it had yellow and black, if it had yellow light orange, yellow dark orange, yellow dark orange and light orange, like every possible combination. I did the border first because I thought it would just help decide where to start. It was a bit overwhelming. I thought just do the border. And this also gave me a good idea. Like if the border took me forever to do, then I knew this was going to be a difficult puzzle. And here I just didn't know exactly where to start. And I said, pick an edge, pick a yellow, and just follow the pattern, follow the design, and try to figure out, you know, are you looking at pieces with just yellow, light orange, and dark orange? And you saw it was a bit slow going to begin with, and I decided to just focus on the yellow and orange pieces, not the yellow and greens, not the yellow and purples. And once I started going through and following the pattern, it became more and more obvious to me as to what other colors would appear on the piece. And I also focused on the prongs. Now, not the prong shapes, because as I said, they're not very distinct, but what potential colors could appear on the prong. And if I could see like, oh, this is going to be a piece with 2 prongs or 1 prong, well, okay, what colors are going to appear on those prongs? Is it yellow? Is it yellow and orange? Is there a black prong? And that actually helped me like deduce what pieces I was looking at. So I managed to get through all the yellows and oranges. I then moved on to the yellows and greens, and finally the yellows and purples. And of course, there's pieces that had yellow, green, and purple. Then I was going through the box here and I thought, let's focus on the oranges because there's not that many. And I was able to pick out from the box the oranges, and there were a few you see I'm sorting to the side because I couldn't figure out right away where they went. But a lot of them I was able to pick out of the box and place them right away. And eventually I got through the oranges quite quickly. So then I decided, well, let's move on to the gray, and I'm fully sorting here. So on one side, again, the grays and the purples. So just gray and black, gray light purple, gray dark purple, or gray with light purple and dark purple. On the other side, gray with light green, gray with dark green, and gray with light green and dark green. So it's a lot of, you know, little piles, but then again, I just walked my way through the patterns, focused on the grays and purples to begin with. And the more you complete with, I guess, any jigsaw puzzle, the easier it gets to fill in those other pieces and those other gaps. I really enjoyed it though. Like for me, the more I did it, the easier it got for me to picture what colors could potentially appear on the pieces. And then finally, the last pieces remaining in the box, I thought, I don't need to sort. I'm just going to try to pick them out of the box and place them. And I was really pleased. Now, can you hear Miss Thora out there barking? Hopefully, sorry about that. I was able to just go through those last remaining pieces and just place them. I thought this would be very difficult for me to do. And I forgot how good I am with patterns, though. It's been a while since I did an image like this. And I loved it, absolutely loved it. I don't want to do one of their gradient ones, but this one was so much fun. I thought for sure it was going to take me so much longer to do. And looking at it, I think this is a keeper. I want to keep this one. I could see myself redoing it again in the future. Maybe I would try to do it different and start like with the gray pieces. Do something different, just to make it a different puzzling experience. Did you guess correctly? 2 hours, 50 minutes. I was so pleased. That's including sorting time. I thought it would take me forever to do this jigsaw puzzle. But I'm really good at following a pattern, following like a recipe, following a map, things like that. If you give me step-by-step instructions to do something, I will follow it to a T. And I simply used the back of the box with the full image and walked through basically the pattern. And I think that excessive sorting really helped, and focusing on one primary color at a time. First it was the yellow, then it was the orange, then it was the grays, and then first it was the grays with the purple, and then the grays with the green, and then I was able to fill in colors, you know, that were left over, like the bright green and bright purple. It was a challenge, but it was so much fun. So I think I overestimated the difficulty of this jigsaw puzzle because I had heard about the gradient ones being super difficult. And to tell you the truth, like I said, I wouldn't want to do one of those. The prong shapes are not different enough. I think it would be so difficult and that it would not be enjoyable to me. However, this one, yeah, it was great. It was lots of fun. I really, really enjoyed it. I liked the image. I don't know. I think some people are they're gonna love it or hate it. That with this type of image, people are gonna be like, nope, I'm not doing that, or ooh, I'm up for that. So I'd like to know, have you done any Areaware jigsaw puzzles? Have you tried those crazy gradient ones? Have you done this one? What did you think? Do you think I did well at like excessively sorting? Like I had so many piles, and I was glad that I only focused on one color at a time, because if I would have fully sorted the whole jigsaw puzzle and had like 50 piles of pieces on the table, I think that would have been too much. And I think leaving some in the bottom of the box and only focusing on certain ones to begin with was smart, because this could be overwhelming. But I loved it. I was overwhelmed at first to do the jigsaw puzzle, but in the end, I absolutely, truly enjoyed this. I'm a bit shocked, because if you would see that first intro, you would be like, oh wow, this is gonna be hard. But no, I think it's a combination of underestimating my capabilities as a puzzler and overestimating the difficulty of this particular jigsaw puzzle. But there you go. I'm so pleased. So let me know, did you get your guess correct at how long it took me to time this? And have you tried these jigsaw puzzles, and what do you think? Leave your comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. For the love of puzzles, I hope you enjoy my videos. Please consider subscribing, and until next time, ciao!